Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking about you and your business. Got Tom Pepe on. Thomas Pepe is with Save, Love, Give, a great organization that's making a huge difference for charities and organizations out there. Great innovator, and just always delighted to have him on the program. Thomas, welcome.
Hey, good morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me once again.
You bet. Kind of give us the elevator speech of what your company's all about.
So my company, we run it under a website application called Save, Love, Give. Very simply helps you save money on your cell phone bill and then allows you to donate that back to charity if you choose to.
Yeah, very cool. And of your participants who use Save, Love, Give, what percentage go ahead and do the charity?
So we're seeing contribution rates. It's high for a charitable donation because the thing that we do is we use our technology on your wireless bill. You see savings, and then it's optional if you can. If you want to do a donation. So that's what we're seeing. So the number that we're seeing is about 9%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's huge. Tell us about the idea, the history of the company, the whole idea.
Sure. So Todd Dunphy and I started the company in 2007, and we came up with an idea just after working in the wireless industry for many years in different positions. And, the common theme and the common struggle with customers on all aspects was really trying to understand the billing after the sale, right? Everyone knows what phone they like. They know if it works. But really it's hard to decipher, the complexity around billing. And that's part of the reason why there's so much animosity in the marketplace towards carriers. No one can really predict what you're going to use. So our idea was to build a piece of technology that can analyze your bill. Mm-hmm. And analyzing your bill means analyze it for compliance, analyze it for utilization, analyze it for, pattern matching for the right plans. And that's an ongoing thing. Your usage is always changing. The plans are always changing. So trying to hit a moving target, that's what the technology does. The ethos of our company is, when we started out early on, we said, we're all going to pick a charity. And we said, later on after we had some exposure to Microsoft, we said, why don't we just build it into the technology? And that's a challenge that a lot of nonprofits face is, trying to raise money. So through some of our featured partners that we put inside the platform, we're running with the Microsoft Alumni Association. They were a previous guest. All of the donations are fun. All of the donations customers make are directed directly to that foundation. We don't take a fee on that stuff. It's strictly a pass-through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What year did you develop the app, or the technology?
So, it's an interesting journey and story. We thought about the idea at the end of 2005, and we did a lot of work, studying the different patents that were in the marketplace and, really trying to decipher, if we can make a run at this, someone may want to try to copy it, and how do we protect ourselves? And, we're Northeast guys, so we think everyone's out to get you. So,
yeah, I understand that.
That's where we were born and raised. So, we submitted the patents, and then we embarked on the journey. And then, the hardest part for a new company is getting someone to believe in your idea and funding it, right? So we started out bootstrapping. We put a lot of our own money into it to prove the concept and to get some customers. And then, we were able to do a pretty nice funding round at the end of 2011 that allowed us really to launch the platform and get it to market. And, today, as we're speaking right now, we have, north of 100,000 users that have registered and used it. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And it continues to grow. It's pretty phenomenal. What are some of the people that you have as organizations that you contribute to? You mentioned one, of course, which is an incredible one that supports just a huge diversity of other organizations out there and projects. But name some of the groups that you're supporting.
Sure. So currently right now we're partnering with the Microsoft Alumni Foundation. And in previous versions, we call them featured partners. We've used the Zim Foundation, which is the third baseman from the Washington Nationals, Ryan Zimmerman Foundation. and we've used the Citizens Utility Board out of Chicago. We've also used the Sudden Cardiac Arrest Foundation. So we've used a number of different entities, and probably the entity that really helped us craft the idea of Future Partners was seeyouриmpact.org, and they're out of Seattle. They're a charitable-based technology company. So those are some of the organizations that we've used.
So how's 2013 been for you guys?
2013 has been an incredible journey. I mean, that's really where we've started to execute on some of the ideas and the platform. And as we move towards the end of the year, we're going to start to work on distribution and getting exposure. Our challenge has always been, we're a new company. We have a great piece of technology, and the next phase is to work on the distribution and then to work on to grow revenue, because ultimately you have to have a cart before you can start to put the fruit in it to sell it. So that's what we're working on, and we've done a good job so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like it. Absolutely. How big is your organization? How many employees?
So we have currently 10 employees right now. So we're not a large organization from a numbers perspective, but a lot of the technology is hosted in the cloud, so it can scale. And we're pretty excited about some of the early performance of the technology.
Yeah, sounds like you should be. Very, very cool. And you are actually from the Northeast, as you mentioned. When did you get to Texas, and how?
I took a relocation package with my previous company down here, and that's how I got to Texas. I believed, like a lot of people from the Northeast, that the world revolves around Manhattan and the New York metro area, but that's not the case. So, when I came to Texas, I've grown fond of the state and what it has to offer, and of course, it goes without saying, doing business here is great, incredible.
Oh yeah. I like to consider Houston the entrepreneurial capital of the world these days. It's really quite phenomenal. Tom, I'm glad you're here. Thomas Pepe and Save Love Give. Check that out. SaveLoveGive.com. It's always delighted to have you on the program.
I appreciate it, Kevin. Nice talking to you.
You bet. When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook. Follow it on Twitter.